Just having a little anxiety, so I thought I'd come on here and talk to you. Isn't that nice? I'm having anxiety, so I come on here and talk to you. It's like I'm sharing my anxiety with you, but no. Actually, talking to you now lifts my anxiety because I'm like, oh, I feel like I can say some things and someone will listen. Okay, now I have no anxiety. Now there's like a portal here. Because I'm somewhat. And there's my dad asking me to mine this cryptocurrency Pi network. So I want to talk about some deep stuff like London, like deep shit about the buildings and like what I think's actually going on there, like this ancient tech, these buildings, the three churches downtown, the big public condominium building, the old courthouse crossing the JLC, the western buildings, the tall spires. Like these are like fucking technology. These are technologies. These buildings from like old back in the day, like way hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Like the whole way like everything works is like not what we've been taught. I don't know what else to do other than reconfigure my reality in London, because like I got a leg up because now I can bring all this awareness about what the fuck's going on here. Does anybody know where we live? It includes like, because like the same types of buildings are everywhere, yet different cultures are building them. It doesn't make sense. Like they're on different continents. So we're all just kind of jammed into this, like paying attention to these other things. I'm just gonna have to put in the legwork, come back with a good amount of money, and just teach some yoga for a couple months on my own. Just start building up the wave. You know, teach yoga at 4 or 5 different places for 3-4 months, and then start to branch off, get my own place. Kind of rent a space for a while. Like gonna have to definitely do the yoga in London. Just offering it to average people first. So I don't know, I'm stuck in like a loop now. I want to express more with you, but I don't know like where you're at. So I feel like I haven't released anything on my story yet either. I feel like I have some more time to think about things. What's today? Wednesday? Oh, Thursday. Is it Thursday? It is Thursday. Okay. I gotta focus up. Start going into my gifts. If we're gonna use this technology, we're gonna have to now move to the next level. everything about it. It's a giant trick. Even you watching me right now, you're actually looking at a black screen more than you're looking at like the crypto version of the human, because the flickers of light are happening in between the frames, which is at like whatever 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second. So there's black space in between. So you're actually being programmed by what you're watching more so than you're choosing to be watching it, because you're looking half the time at a black hole. So you're actually creating out of the imagination in between the frames is what's creating the space of what you're looking at. So now I'm here glitching it out because I'm like a human that has awareness of all this stuff, right? And I'm creating a time capsule. Like, I don't know when this is going to be looked at, but I know it's only meant for you. So this is like us time traveling. Like, you're gonna see my journey like back to you. So now, this might take a year, right? I get back to you when we see each other, start talking. A couple months go by. Now I give you access to this. It's like we time traveled all the way fucking like 15 years, like. And now I'm in the, cause like, technically I visioned this for myself like even years ago, right? 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm like, I'm gonna be a shaman here. I thought to myself, like, after my first year pro, second year pro, I'm like, I'm meant to be a shaman here for the city, like, you know, for the team, for the guys, like, I was like, that's when I, like, remember, like, my third, fourth years was like, I don't want to play. It's because I really was into shamanism. I'm like, I'm meant to be the shaman. So, like, that's what I mean, like, we do ceremony, we sit there. It's like they come in and do ceremony with the virgins. That's like just us being in the presence of them while we all doing shamanism work as part of the healing, and then we get to express ourselves, which we never got to do. So then, how this is all configuring for me behind the scenes is really about like these videos. So, I don't know. This is like really nice and cool and fun to figure out with you. Cause like it's almost like we're lost in the tech, because like there's like we didn't even have BlackBerry Messenger really then. And then you're meeting somebody else and somewhat having children rather quickly. So that child's being developed without like all the tech around, and the second child's got like some of the technology around. Now that it's all around everybody. iPads, you know, at the very least, watching movies. So, if everyone's watching movies, everyone's tapped into the black magic art, right? Like, it don't matter. You don't have to be like on the internet, like with an account, social media account. Like everyone's like tapped into the movie culture. Like I'm somewhat the Hollywood shaman. I'm the Hollywood shaman in the room there. My persons is the Hollywood shaman. Because then you meet me, it's like, oh, well, it's like you're in the movie, because I know how to speak. That's like I'm a public speaker. I bring it out of people. So like, I go dormant for so long because I had to disidentify with being a hockey player. So now that I re-enter, it's like my healing. Me. Because I think I was running from hockey because I didn't know how to talk about what happened. How the fuck am I going to talk about that? My girlfriend. That's why I don't never have a girlfriend. Like, I mean, I couldn't open up to any girlfriend. Right? Like, I mean, like, you were the only one I was going to open up to. But there was so much around me, like, it would have had to settle down maybe a year before I would have opened up anyway. We were both on parallel paths with that. We both didn't want to open up to each other. But we had a few times we did. And if that memory got looped, like, I'm just looking in the mirror now. And I'm trying to give my lover something that is like a time lovership where, like, wow, we didn't go anywhere. Like, now, like, all that yoga training and knowledge I've gotten, I can, like, be the yoga lover I didn't know, like, how to articulate back then. And it really doesn't have anything to do with, like, the experience of having sex. Like, I'm somewhat traumatized by the experience of sex. So, like, it's really about the love, making love. Like, it doesn't look like anybody's making love to you. That's all I see myself doing. Like, I literally feel you around me. I'm starting to. It's freaky, but not, because it knows I know I'm that powerful. Like, I can do things like have your picture, make videos, and do flash your images through film, and, like, kind of glitch out myself with your picture and flashing your picture. You know, I might try it. I mean, I might as well. That's what I'm here. I'm here to experiment. Just to get, like, you know, we watch movies and we just program now the movies to, like, work for us. So you're my movie. That's why I'm saying, like, you know, like, I'm going to program us to be, like, you know, a pharaoh and a queen, a goddess. Like the most untouchable people walking around London. Like, so far beyond government, like, it supersedes government, like, right? Like, your husband's a government employee, like, that's somewhat, like, you know, chained down. Like, I'm walking around, like, now creating law. And we're matched up because we were that together then. Like, nobody has to know anything about what has happened. About anything. That's why it's ours to create. And why, like, this is my healing, because it's not for anyone. Just us. So I can sit in my house and feel like I have privacy with my intimacy. With something that I love, the filmmaking and the performance art. So I keep talking about the breathing and doing some breathing, and I haven't done it. Like doing some sessions. You know, it's good to, I gotta, you know, like, I mean, I know Presty's hurting, like, I wish I would have seen it earlier, how I was somewhat gravitating to be his shield without really caring about, like, what I was getting out of anything. It was more of like, it was comfortable for me not to face my feelings about you. And I would just stand there. And then after several years, he just didn't even really see me. So he didn't even care about what was going on. Plus, he's got so much going on around him. So then I'm out of the game, and I'm hearing from Trumpy what's going on up in London, and I'm like, they're just sitting around in the afternoon, and all of a sudden breaking out cocaine bags, and I'm like, fuck. Like, yeah, well, that's why I wasn't around there, because that would have been me. I would have been in the middle of it. I would have been doing it. Yeah, sure. I couldn't be up there, not do it with those guys. Like, that's one reason why I couldn't be around too. Like, I'm just gonna be pulled right into this whole mechanism because it's just money. You know, they got all the money and time, nothing to do. I'm like, fuck. Because then I'm like, I'm losing them. I can't reach them. I can't even be up there to look out for things. So I just went more into my confusion, I suppose. Knowing eventually I'm going to have to go online, tell my story, go public. So I'm looking for the blockchain. So finally found the blockchain with the Pi network. And now I've just been kind of waiting on that, leveraging everything. Like, why don't I feel this way about any other girls I dated? Like, literally. Some of the other girls have kids too. Like, I take pride in, like, technically that's what the Oscar is a knight. Is a knight holding a sword. So I literally, you know, and it's gold, drinking out of the cup. I literally am a knight with a hockey stick, and I did drink out of the cup. I'm a filmmaker. Like, it just fucking, like, it's weird how it all glitches out the system. Because technically Academy Awards is a giant trick because it's just a ceremony for the immortals to laugh at the mortals. Because they're too dumb to figure it out. So then I create some type of glitch out with the Oscar slap, just throws everything in like a fucking, throws all their plans into frenzy because it's unpredictable. Now they can't generate the momentum of the attention because it's their ritual once a year. It's their ritual once a year. It's part of like how they generate the chi of the collective so they can just use it like a wand. So they put that Oscars right after the March equinox to probably on purpose delay, and then so I'm just working my ass off trying to just do something, and then kind of manifested that. Like, to think that all of us weren't involved in that event is to show how ignorant we are of our own power. If you think that that event is separate from you, yourself, anybody, like, well, that's just showing you right there that, like, the person's not thinking spiritually, because, like, every event is coinciding because we're witnessing it. So, like, we're all part of that event. We all created it. People sit back and think, like, oh, two people are having it happen because two people, but, like, this is why, like, it manifests as such an event because of where I'm at with my timestamps. It looks really, it's kind of like I'm on a collective yoga class. And now I have to process my collective, like, perception with you. Because, like, I can't reach you. Even if I contact you one-on-one about this, it would shatter how you would feel about your environment, like, immediately. So it can't be something that looks like I'm doing it because I'm trying to get back at anyone. I just need to express how I feel. So if people are looking at my story and then doing something with it, I mean, that is, like, technically they're invading the public square space. So I guess me taking your picture doing something with it? Is that invading the public square space? I mean, I'm uploading it to my own story. Someone takes that and uploads their own story, that's okay. There's no way, like, you're fucking doing, like, oh, deleting the picture because you think I used it? Like, that's fucking, like, weird and crazy, like because someone, you think I used it on my story? And someone might be following me on my story? Like, who the fuck cares, like, about me putting stuff on my story, honestly? Those people probably just click through, they don't even see it. Like, like, this is, like, I'm doing some type of paranormal, like, thing here with everything. That whole season was somewhat paranormal. I played against the Knights that season too, on Sarnia in the beginning of the year. Then I get traded, and then I play every single game. This is like a paranormal story. Like, my OHL career is somewhat flawless. Scholastic Player of the Year, Humanitarian of the Year, Best Defensive Forward, Best Face-Off Man. Like, you must have got fucking super wet and sexy when you saw me out there taking face-offs. You must have been like, oh, there's my man taking draws from my city. Right? Like, we never even got to talk about this. Fucking getting all freaking super excited seeing your man out there. Like, and now you're watching all the hockey afterwards. Somewhat thinking about how, like, you know, you had an experience with one of those men on the TV, and then I go and be in the NHL. Like, so there's all that stuff. So that's why, like, I want to, as now not a hockey player, coming back into the hockey world, I'm trying to heal the hockey player character, right? So, like, I need to use my yoga language skills to make sure that I'm using the correct grammar and structure of presentation so that there's a healthy and well assimilation of all the information available. Because, like, 12 years of time is, like, it feels like, oh, like, wow, it's a long time. This guy seems like he's aggressively trying to cover up more tracks. Like, how's that gonna look if now you find out that, like, you don't even know that he did this? I don't know. It seems kind of weird. All around. I'm like in the fucking Twilight Zone, yo. I'm in a time capsule. I'm still in the time capsule. Right? I'm still talking on this thing. With no prospect now of even thinking about, like, when the fuck I'm gonna message you. See, like, I feel bad if I do because I'm not available in the city. Like, what good is it gonna do to message you to tell you this, and then not be there to be like, oh, let's go for coffee, you know? Because who are you gonna talk to process that? Even just friends, like, I mean, at that point, he couldn't get mad at you seeing me if it's all true that he faked this. And he can't do anything to me because he knows I'm an untouchable. Like, right? If I was just some Joe Schmo, you know, it's different. Like, some guy you met, like, off the street, or some guy from high school that's come back into your life. Like, I'm your fucking lover, you know? I'm your romance. You know, remember were you meeting us at that time because it's like just the energy of the lovership of the womb and the energy buzzing of the people we meet perfectly that day. Like now I'm in the city, we make it a thing. We go to Molly Bloom's every Monday night, you know, me and you. Like just we do our thing. Like we go to Molly Bloom's every night, every Monday night. You know? That's like just something I'm like imagining. I'm like, I just want to do. Like that's our lovership, right? Like everyone knows that Drew and Kelly are at Molly Bloom's every Monday night where they met. You know? We walk in, we just chilling, you know, we just chill out. We dance, we enjoy the city. You're like, it's just like, it's part of the story, right? Like, we are the story, us humans here. So I'm just reflecting back and giving you the carpet. Like, that's what I wanted to do. Let's give you the stage. Be on stage together, too. So, like, you know, there's really nowhere to go out there, right? It's just about going in here and having the environment set. So I got the American passport. You can go anywhere, whenever, or in Canada. It's really about dolphin setting the environment, going into each other. Think about that, Molly Bloom's. You know, not even needing to drink. Walk right to the penthouse right there, block away, 2 blocks away. Come back for you, always. There's no linear path I'm going toward. Like it's all replay. So now I'm replaying back. I'm going to manifest my environment to meet you. Washing out. Like it's basically like we meet at that Jack's event again, and like we reset time. Like in a way, because I'm feeling strong that was like an event that you have had trouble processing yourself, like me, like I have, and just coming together about it, like helps see, like, oh my God, what have we been creating independently out there together? Because you didn't date me because I was the wild hockey player that was obnoxious and like was getting in fights at bars and shit. You dated me because I was the nice guy that gave away fucking baseball free kisses. And like won't let my buddies beat up the guy that filmed me. That's why you dated me. And now I get to, me and you are the ones feeling the consequences. So I have forgiveness. I try to. For myself, that's really hard. I have forgiveness for you 100%. With myself, oh man. I think about my first NHL goal, assisted by monitors, scored on Emery. They're both dead. I'm thinking like, wow, man, I don't know what I created. Seriously, we come out of that night like we would have been all-star couple right to the top. Instead, we bailed out, do our own thing, generate all this back network knowledge, and we come back, we're still on top. Just getting started. Feeling great. Love you.